1. What is the largest organ in the human body?
Skin is the largest organ, covering the entire body surface and protecting internal systems.
2. How many bones are in an adult human body?
The adult human skeleton has 206 bones.
3. Which organ pumps blood through the body?
The heart continuously pumps blood to supply oxygen and nutrients.
4. What carries oxygen in the blood?
Red blood cells contain hemoglobin, which transports oxygen.
5. Which organ helps you breathe?
Lungs take in oxygen and remove carbon dioxide.
6. Which organ filters blood?
Kidneys remove waste and balance fluids in the blood.
7. What is the control center of the body?
The brain controls thoughts, movements, and body functions.
8. Which system protects the body from germs?
The immune system fights bacteria, viruses, and infections.
9. What is the main function of the stomach?
The stomach breaks down food using acids and enzymes.
10. What connects bones together?
Tendons connect muscles to bones and help movement.
11. Which part of the body contains the smallest bones?
The smallest bones in the body are located inside the middle ear.
12. What is the main job of white blood cells?
White blood cells help defend the body against harmful germs.
13. Which body part helps you smell?
The nose contains receptors that detect different smells in the air.
14. Which organ produces bile for digestion?
The liver produces bile to help break down fats in food.
15. Which muscle is responsible for breathing?
The diaphragm contracts and expands to help the lungs breathe.
16. Which body part protects the brain?
The skull surrounds and protects the brain from injury.
17. Which blood type is known as the universal donor?
O-negative blood can usually be given to any blood type safely.
18. Which organ stores urine before it leaves the body?
The bladder stores urine until it is released from the body.
19. Which sense organ is responsible for vision?
The eyes capture light and send visual information to the brain.
20. What is the hard outer layer of a tooth called?
Enamel is the hardest substance in the human body and protects teeth.
21. Which organ is responsible for producing insulin?
The pancreas produces insulin to help regulate blood sugar levels.
22. Which part of the eye controls the amount of light entering?
The iris adjusts the size of the pupil to control incoming light.
23. Which blood vessels carry blood back to the heart?
Veins return deoxygenated blood back to the heart.
24. What is the name of the bone in the upper arm?
The humerus is the long bone located between the shoulder and elbow.
25. Which part of the brain controls balance and coordination?
The cerebellum helps maintain posture, balance, and smooth movement.
26. Which mineral is most important for strong bones?
Calcium strengthens bones and teeth and supports muscle function.
27. Which part of the body produces red blood cells?
Bone marrow produces billions of new blood cells every day.
28. Which organ is part of both the digestive and endocrine systems?
The pancreas helps digestion and also releases hormones like insulin.
29. What is the strongest muscle in the human body based on force?
The jaw muscle can produce extremely powerful biting force.
30. Which vitamin is mainly produced when skin is exposed to sunlight?
Sunlight helps the body naturally produce vitamin D for healthy bones.
31. Which part of the brain regulates breathing and heartbeat?
The brain stem controls automatic life support functions like breathing and heartbeat.
32. Which blood vessels are the smallest in the body?
Capillaries are tiny vessels where oxygen and nutrients are exchanged.
33. Which organ is mainly responsible for detoxifying chemicals in the body?
The liver breaks down toxins and processes many substances in the blood.
34. Which part of the skeleton protects the lungs?
The rib cage shields the lungs and heart from injury.
35. Which chamber of the heart pumps oxygen-rich blood to the body?
The left ventricle is the heart's strongest chamber and pumps blood throughout the body.
What is the name of the process by which cells divide?
Mitosis allows the body to grow and repair damaged tissues.
Which organ is responsible for balancing chemicals and fluids in the body?
Kidneys regulate fluid levels, minerals, and waste in the bloodstream.
Which body system controls hormones?
The endocrine system produces hormones that regulate body functions.
Which protein in red blood cells carries oxygen?
Hemoglobin binds oxygen and transports it through the bloodstream.
Which organ produces most digestive enzymes?
The pancreas releases enzymes that help digest fats, proteins, and carbohydrates.
Which part of the cell contains genetic material?
The nucleus stores DNA, which contains the instructions for cell activity.
Which gland is known as the master gland of the endocrine system?
The pituitary gland controls many other hormone-producing glands.
Which blood cells help form clots to stop bleeding?
Platelets gather at injuries to help stop bleeding quickly.
Which organ is responsible for hearing and balance?
The inner ear controls both hearing and body balance.
Which structure connects the brain to the spinal cord?
The brain stem links the brain with the spinal cord and controls vital functions.
Which type of joint is found in the shoulder?
Ball and socket joints allow movement in many directions.
Which organ is primarily responsible for absorbing nutrients from food?
Most nutrients are absorbed through the walls of the small intestine.
Which part of the nervous system carries messages throughout the body?
Nerves transmit signals between the brain, spinal cord, and body.
Which blood vessel carries oxygen-rich blood from the heart to the body?
Arteries transport oxygenated blood away from the heart.
What is the basic unit of life in the human body?
Every part of the human body is made from tiny living cells.